Hello, thank you for tuning in to this section of reads. This should be on YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. If you're seeing it anywhere else, it's not the right place. It should be on James 13 Wicca on YouTube. The info on the dice and the cards I'm using is going to be below. Also, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And without further delay, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, let me put half this deck down and see what we got for Capricorn. I feel like I'm trying to get a scope of this before I have all the pieces down, and it's not a good way to do it. This looks good. I want to use the word obscurity. Taking something from obscurity and bringing it into reason? Does that make sense? Yeah, well. Perseverance and Capricorn. All the earth signs, definitely Capricorn. You don't get involved with something unless you're going to win. Like, you don't, it's not, like, Capricorn shows up to win and fully expects to if they're showing up. That's how I see Capricorn. Like, there's no, oh, maybe it'll go my way. Nope, I showed up because I knew it would. Or it's like, at the very least, if it's a gamble, it's 75-25 to your favor. Just saying. So whatever this situation is, it came from obscurity. And I keep using the word obscurity. There must be a reason for it. Like, it just was... It was good, but it was, like, very unruly. And I want to use unruly in the sense of, like, boundaries were not to be found. And that's not usually something that Capricorn is a fan of. Capricorn is a big fan of boundaries, in my opinion, and rules, because that's how you know what's going to work out. That's how you know where it's going to go. That's how you know what to expect. Not only rules need to be present, we need to know that people are following said rules. There's a lot of... This is in the past, and it's not a bad card. But when it comes to Capricorn, it's kind of like a great start, but like not enough definition, not enough. And it was really good and it looked really good, but it's kind of like, I want something I can depend on. And when this started off with the fire coming in as strong as it was, beautiful start, but it's like, how do we get this under control so we know we can keep it? I don't know. I keep getting the analogy of cut flowers. So it's almost like, it's like getting a lot of flowers, a lot of cut flowers, but it's kind of like, they're going to die. When I think of Capricorn, I think of Capricorn as like, they like plants that they can keep and they can get multiple good moments out of them. You might love cut flowers, so I'm not saying you don't like cut flowers, but there's something to it. Like, I know some people hang them upside down, dry them out, keep them, and they do what they're going to do with them. That's cool. But I keep getting cut flowers. Like, I don't like cut flowers in this situation, whatever it is, because, like, you have to keep changing them, you have to keep buying them, blah, 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 blah. Something like that. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little fuzzy on that analogy. You knew that this wasn't going to keep going the way it was being handled. Okay, so it's almost like people getting cut flowers, putting them on a table for like a day, maybe a week, let's say a week just for argument's sake, and then just tossing them. And you're like, wait a minute. There's other things we can do here. If we're going to do this, if it's going to be week after week after week, and we want something here like that, there are other options. There's something that's more sustainable. Buying flowers for a week and then buying them again and then buying them again and buying them again, it seems wasteful. there's another way to handle the space where we can have something like that we can keep it going, and it's not as expensive. So I feel like the way it's going, I'm like, there's a shelf life to this. I don't like how this is going. It's beautiful for the moment, but we can upgrade this and do this in a better way. And I feel like whatever this is, you probably immediately kind of looked at it, at least at that level, like, I don't know that this is sustainable, but there's definitely better options. Somebody needs to find these better options. Is it you? It's probably you that's going to find them. I'm not guaranteeing that because it's a general read, but something's happening here. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, which when I originally saw this, I typically think that Capricorn doesn't care for the Wheel of Fortune. I typically think they don't. But in this situation, the Wheel of Fortune is showing up with an opportunity. So the way this is kind of coming in is kind of like by happenstance, by happen chance, however you want to say it, there's a possibility here that like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. So this Wheel of Fortune, this turn of the Wheel of Fortune, actually quite welcome. Kind of like, wait, what's that? Let me see that. Bring that over here. This is interesting. I could apply this to the situation. I might have to do some little extra work here to get it in here. But if I apply this to the situation, this could bring stability here. Capricorn, all about stability. Base energy Capricorn, all about stability. There is a little bit of a caveat. There's a risk with this. But, as I said in the beginning, even though there's a risk, it's probably 75% to the good. And it's 75, 25, 75 to your favor. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, okay, a little bit of a risk here. It might not work, but it's more than likely it will. It's a little bit of a like, oh, I don't like that risk, but I don't like this situation hitting its fruition and just tanking. So it's kind of like, I have a chance here for things to go better. Maybe I'll take this risk. It takes a minute because it's kind of like, I prefer guarantees. This one isn't going to have one. But let's move forward and see what we can do with this. I feel like this energy is showing, like, when this shows up, you might naturally have just done it and just kind of like pulled it in. Kind of like, you know what? It improves things. It's worse to not try, so I'll try. I'll give it a chance. And I think it's working out in your favor. The way it came in was random. This is another random card, but it's good. Good luck, good in your favor. This is kind of balancing out that Wheel of Fortune energy. Temperance usually has a very favorable, successful energy. It is random, though. You seem to be not only seeing the way to stabilize with this windfall of good luck, but you are making good on it. Kind of like, I'm going to do the extra effort. It's only going to last here for so long. It's not going to be here for very long. I'm going to burn the candle at both ends for a little while here because I feel like that'll secure this. I'm only going to do that for a short period of time, but I will burn the candle at the both ends for a short time. Short. Burning the candle at both ends is not a good way to live. But I feel like to get what I need to do for a short time, maybe I'll do that. And I feel like most of you have or will. Readings for entertainment purposes only. Take it subjectively. If that's how it plays out, you do get a point where it's starting to act appropriately per your design. I'm saying it very slowly for a reason. I don't know what that reason is yet. And it's almost like, it seems like it, but, you know, am I betting the farm on it? No. Am I completely convinced? No. Seems like it, though. I feel like at this point, I'm questioning other people. I'm questioning other elements. I'm questioning what's really holding water here. What's really working? Because it's like, I need a better viewpoint. Okay, you need a better viewpoint. I feel like I need a better viewpoint. I feel like I need a better viewpoint. I don't know if you're knowing that or not. I don't know. You might be. Be careful of this. This is the Ten of Cups. It's a nice card. It's a compatible card. It's getting along with people, people being respectful to you. But just because they're nice to you and respectful to you, and when I say respectful, I'm like, well, part of respect is telling you the truth, right? So are they being truthful? I feel like they're saying just what they feel like you need to know. There might be pieces here that are not being shared. I know there's something else here. I get the queen, not the queen, Empress like this, and I get the Five of Pentacles the same way. So somebody might be like, well, I'll just tell Capricorn what they need to know. I'll make sure certain things are there, but when we're going to have a rough moment, I'll just send Capricorn off somewhere else. And so that Capricorn isn't even around and I can just handle it without Capricorn knowing what's going on. So there's that. Be careful of that. There's something here where if I'm too, not reliant, I don't feel like that's the right word, too trusting, it's not like somebody has bad intent for you, but like they might think they have something under control that they really don't, and then they're just kind of handling it without you knowing it. That could be a problem later. That's something to be aware of. Like they think they have control of something they don't. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, the Chariot reversed and then the Nine of Swords showing up. I feel like maybe, take it with a maybe. Just show up where you're not expected. I keep, you know what to do. I don't know what I'm going for here. I keep getting, you already know. Whatever this is, all I have to say is show up where you're not expected, and you'll know how to handle that. And if you're on good terms with whoever it is, it shouldn't be a problem. Show up where you're not expected. I don't know. It's just it's like they're stopping me at the door. They're like, nope, Capricorn will know what to do with this. If this is their reading, they'll know what to do with that. You'll know. So, it is what it is. Because you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Tower, kind of like showing up where you're not expected. You'll know what you need to secure. You'll know what needs to be done to really put this situation where it's supposed to go. And Capricorn doesn't play. You don't play with certain things. It's kind of like, no. The rules are the rules. We don't bend them. We don't negotiate them. Rule. Stick to it. Do rule as rule is written. Rule is rule. We're not negotiating. We're not bending it. No. By showing up where you're not expected, you'll figure it out and you'll handle it the way you need to handle it. You'll do what you need to do. You'll be surprised at how much people realize once you figure out what's going on. They're like, okay, I think we're pushing our luck with Capricorn, so just do what Capricorn wants. I feel like a lot of you are not expecting that for whatever reason, especially if you show up where you're not expected to show up. I feel like that's going to throw them right off because they're like, what's happening? What? Capricorn's here? Why is Capricorn here? It's going to throw them right off their game. And I feel like people are like, you know what, just do it the way Capricorn said to do it. Just do it. Just make Capricorn happy. I feel like that's going to be here. I don't know what to say about that because I get that you're going to be surprised at how people just kind of fall in line with it. I feel like also if I'm going to show up where I'm not expected, you're probably going to make a pattern of that. Especially if you find something you don't like. You're probably going to make a pattern of that. You got to do what you got to do. I don't feel bad about it. Part of what's going on behind the scenes that may help you understand why what's going on is happening. They know that there's a way that this should be working out. This is more of the long path. They know that there's a better way. You're into the, like, this is going to work. Take the longer path. If the longer path is the more guaranteed, if there's a better chance we'll get what we're supposed to get by taking the longer path, the longer path. So it's kind of like if you have two paths, the longer path is like 75% chance it's going to work out correctly. The shorter path is 25% chance it's going to work out correctly. Capricorn is be like, get on the longer path. We're not doing the other one. The shorter one is not worth it. No, we're not. Get on the longer path. They are impatient. Literally, that's the card that popped up here. That's why. They're like, no, let's see if we can just... If Capricorn doesn't know we're taking the shorter path, let's just do it. If Capricorn doesn't know, let's just do it. Until you figure it out. And then they're going to realize, no, we need to kind of let that go. Especially if you show up unexpected. Because I get if you start doing that, you're going to keep doing that. They're going to be too nervous to mess with you. And they're going to let it go. They're like, no, we know, let's not make Capricorn mad. Let's not tick Capricorn off. I'm going to say this as a person who has a lot of Capricorns in my family. It does not pay to tick off a Capricorn because they will remember like nobody's business. And they don't look nice on it and they will not let you forget. And they know this. I used to think when I was younger that was a bad trait of Capricorn. Now that I'm older, I don't think that's a bad trait because that like keeps people in line. Like, don't mess with Capricorn. It's not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do yourself a favor. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm saying that to Capricorns. That's hilarious. Well, there's going to be cross-watchers. So for any cross-watcher who's dealing with a Capricorn, don't cross a Capricorn. It's just not going to serve you. Don't do it. They're going to be too nervous to step outside the lines after that. If you catch them, they're going to be really nervous. It's also going to make you nervous that they had the nerve to do it. And you're going to keep an eagle eye on that situation. This goes in both ways. I feel like this is how this is going to happen. They're going to be too nervous to step outside the line. The fact that they had the nerve to do it once, you're going to be too nervous to not keep an eagle eye on the situation. It's going to work the way it's going to work. They know you're going to do that, and literally, you're going to do what you're going to do. This situation will go into another level of progression. That's the Seven of Cups. Okay. Judgment card in question. Okay, so whatever this situation is, you find out what you find out. You got to do what you got to do. Rules are rules. Adhere to the rules, and you're going to do what you got to do. This will be heading towards another level of progression. The possibility here is for you to keep an eye out for it and start, picking it apart before it shows up too strongly. It's kind of like if you know a kid is going to graduate from high school and go to college, you know it's going to happen. You see it coming, possibilities are coming. Before they hit there, or if you were the person in college, or if you're the person going through something, and you know you're going to hit this level where I'm going to need to go into something else, this is going to hit a point where we have to make a decision point. I knew there was something I was missing with this. There's a decision point coming in. You know it's coming. It's not just like we could do it or we don't have to. It's not that way. It's a decision point. This is going to hit a moment where there's a decision point. The sooner you see it coming, the sooner you start getting those little inklings like, oh, wait a minute. Something's coming. I know something's coming. I know it's going to change. I know I've heard from other people. There's a fork in the road coming up. I've heard from other people. As soon as you start hearing that, find out what it is and then start researching it. The knee-jerk reaction might be anxiety. Like, oh boy, here we go. That could be the knee-jerk reaction. And you're just going to have the reaction you're going to have. But hopefully this will also click in like, wait a minute, before I get too nervous, what is it? When and what? And then how? And like, what are the 5 W's, when, what, how, where, why, whatever that is. Go through your empowerment with go through the 5, is it the 5 W's? Am I saying that wrong? When, what, where, how, and why? When, what, where, how, and why. How is a W at the end, so it's one of the W's. Start empowering yourself. I don't think it's gonna show up and you just have to deal with it. I don't think it's like that. I think you're gonna start hearing about it. You're gonna start getting inklings, like somebody's gonna say to you, "Oh, Capricorn, this could happen." You're gonna have a little anxiety about that. Let that be a trigger for you to research it, find it. What is it? Go through those 5 W's. What is it? What's going on? Do I have to? Do I not have to? Is it better to? Is it better not to? You should have a long enough leeway so you can research and figure out what is best for you before it actually shows up, because there will be a fork in the road. It's when you start hearing about it, it's not like you have to jump and make a quick decision. But the sooner you hear about it, the sooner you start researching it, the better informed, the better decision you can make. I'm good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.